Good evening and welcome back to Etown News. I'm Ella Kocher.
And I'm Ava Deeter. MX Etown, Best Buddies Friendship Walk, and more coming up after this.
The Elizabethtown College Store is your one-stop shop for all things college. There's no need to run to the mall for your favorite brands when you could stay on campus and shop for school-issued apparel. The school store has new items for every season. This includes Life is Good shirts. There's also Champion jackets, Under Armour sweatpants, and more. With a large variety of styles and sizes, there's items in the Etown College Store for everyone. Keep on the lookout for great sales on your favorite Etown College gear. You can stay updated by following their Instagram at Etown College Store. This store takes student charge, creating a worry-free shopping experience. The Etown College Store is located in the Brosman Commons, open Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit the Elizabethtown College Store, the perfect fit for you.
It's that time of year again. Elizabethtown OSA is proud to put on MX Etown, celebrating its 25th anniversary. The show stars students from each resident hall and commuters on campus in a musical contest of dancing and lip singing. They are competing for a grand prize of $200 and to bring the title of MX Etown back home with them. The theme for this year is Y2K, featuring music from the year 2000s. The show will take place this Saturday in the Leffler Chapel at 8 p.m. It's free to all, so come out and support your fellow Blue Jays.
This past Wednesday, the Middle Eastern Culture Club held Henna and Chill on the BSC concourse. The event had officers and members of the club doing henna for student customers for between $2 and $6. All proceeds went towards funding for the club. The artists had photos of pre-made designs for students to choose from, but were taking requests for custom designs as well. Middle Eastern Culture Club members were excited about sharing this piece of culture with the Etown community. Artist Teddy took a moment away from their line of customers to tell us a bit about henna.
Hi, my name is Teddy, and I'm a computer science major. I'm a sophomore, and I'm here with the Middle Eastern Culture Club. And today what we're doing is a henna fundraiser. What henna is it's a natural plant that goes through a process of a powder process with such other ingredients that are organic. And after that process, it serves as a natural dye. It serves as a way that is extremely popular in the Middle East region as well as India.
The School of Arts and Humanities is hosting acclaimed author Jamie Attenberg next Thursday to discuss some of her work, including her newest novel, A Reason to See You Again. Attenberg has published 9 books and will be visiting the Gibble Auditorium in the Master Center for students interested in hearing from a New York Times bestseller. Her work will be available for purchase and signing, along with a Q&A for the audience. The event begins at 7 p.m. and is free of charge, so make sure to register online using the link below.
Next Friday, the Social Justice Fair will take place at the Bowers Fitness Center. From 10 to 4 p.m., students can take part in trainings and workshops, a resource fair, and community circles. The platform is designed to empower equality and unite the diverse community of Etown College. The fair aims to uphold the college's values of advocating for a world guided by principles of peace, nonviolence, social justice, and human dignity. This is an opportunity for diverse voices, showcasing powerful initiatives and inspiring collective action. Take some time out of your Friday to stop by a session and support your fellow students and faculty.
The Best Buddies Friendship Walk will be held next Sunday, April 6th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in Thompson Gym. This annual event focuses on celebrating friendship, promoting inclusion, and educating the Etown community about intellectual and developmental disabilities. In addition to walking laps, the event will feature raffles, crafts, and food, and live performances. The Friendship Walk is open to the community, so take this opportunity to donate to a great cause and bring a friend. Now here's Gwyn Young with your weekly sports update.
Thanks, Ella. The men and women's tennis teams kicked off a long week for Blue Jay athletics on Saturday, March 22nd. The men's team earned their second win of the season with a 4-3 victory over Albright College. In the doubles matches, the duo of sophomore Stefanos Billis and junior Max Lauver claimed a win in dominant fashion, taking their game 6-1. Sophomore Ryan Krajcik and senior Sam Langer followed up that performance with a 7-6 win in their match. In the singles, Krajcik won another match 2-1. First-year Austin Kohler won in straight sets, and sophomore Kyler Henney also won in 2 sets. The women's team fell to 1-5 on the season following a 0-7 loss that Saturday. Senior Adriana Burmeister and first-year Emily Flynn had a couple of close sets in their singles matches but were unable to come out victorious. Both teams will return to action on Saturday against King's College on the alumni courts at 2 p.m. The men's golf team opened their spring season on Monday with a 9th place finish in the Lebanon Valley Spring Invitational. The A team would shoot a +48, and the B team finished Monday with a +63. Junior Chris Kilduff led the Jays A team with a 19th place finish as he'd shoot an 81. For the B team, Junior Jude Kane placed 35th, shooting an 85. The teams will travel to Moton, Pennsylvania on Monday for the Alverna Invitational at 12 p.m. The Blue Jays baseball team moved to 9-8 with a win on Wednesday against Moravian. It was a back-and-forth battle, but Etown was able to outlast the Greyhounds, winning 8-7. The Blue Jays would find themselves behind on 2 separate occasions in this one, but the 8th inning would be a turning point. First-year outfielder Sawyer Martin would put his team up 3 with a 2 RBI single, giving the Jays all the momentum. Moravian would make it close in the 9th inning, but first-year pitcher Corey Rival survived a bases-loaded jam to earn Etown the win. Next up, Etown will face Salisbury at home tomorrow for a doubleheader. Men's volleyball battled hard against number 5 Juniata, but lost 3-1 on Wednesday. After losing the first 2 sets, Etown earned a comeback victory in the 3rd set to make things close. However, Juniata proved to be too dominant, commanding what would be the 4th and final set to hand Etown their 10th loss on the season. The Jays will look to improve to 15-10 tonight at 7 p.m. against Wilkes in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. In women's lacrosse, the Blue Jays blew out Goucher 22-5 last Saturday. This win improved their record to 6-2 and also marked the team's first win in landmark conference play. Ella Scholes continued her stellar freshman campaign with a 7-goal showing. Sophomore Abby Bach also had a strong day with 4 goals. The Jays set the tone by shutting out Goucher in the first period and scoring 8 straight before the Gophers got on the board. This would continue throughout the rest of the day as Etown ended the game on a 6-goal run to capture a decisive win. They'll retake the field tomorrow against Lycoming at 1 p.m. in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. The men's lacrosse team suffered a tough loss Wednesday night, falling to Stevenson 13-12. Sophomore Tristan Coleman led an impressive offensive onslaught by the Blue Jays with 4 goals. Junior Jay Rodriguez and sophomore Finn Kristen contributed 2 goals apiece as well. It looked like the Blue Jays would take home the win after going up 6 goals with 12 minutes to go in the final period, but the Mustangs would then score 8 straight to steal the win. The team will return to action tomorrow at 1 p.m. against Lycoming at home. Major League Baseball has officially kicked off with opening day taking place Thursday. After the Dodgers and Cubs faced off in the Tokyo Series earlier this month, Thursday marked the first games of the season for 28 other teams. This year is expected to be an exciting one, with Pirates phenom Paul Skeens taking the mound for his first full season, a strong incoming rookie class looking to make a name for themselves, and the Dodgers hoping to make it back-to-back World Series wins after a wild offseason. March Madness is back in action for the Sweet 16. The best teams still remain, as it's been a lackluster tournament in terms of upsets, but there have been some nail-biting games. As of now, the Duke Blue Devils appear to be the team to beat, dominating both of their opening round opponents. That's all for your sports this week. Now here's Layla Murphy with your weekly weather report.
Thanks, Gwen. Welcome to the Weekly Weather Watch, where we cover the weather once a week, rain or shine. I'm your host, Layla Murphy. Today, Friday the 28th, is cloudy with a high of 64 and a low of 53. Saturday will be partly cloudy with a high of 82 and a low of 58. On Sunday, the clouds will continue and we'll see a high of 73 and a low of 62. We'll have some rain that hits campus on Monday, and there will be a high of 73 and a low of 40. Tuesday, the sun will finally come out and we'll have a high of 56 and a low of 31. Wednesday, the clouds will return and the temperatures will reach a high of 54 and a low of 44. And finally, Thursday, we will have some rain and we will have a high of 72 and a low of 56. Thanks for tuning in to the Weekly Weather Watch. I'm Layla Murphy. See you next week. Now back to Ava and Ella in the studio.
After months of anticipation, new files regarding the assassination of President John F. Kennedy were released by the Trump administration and the CIA. Last Tuesday, over 77,000 pages of redacted information was made public, hoping to shed light on who killed the former president. However, those who went through the documents have come to the consensus that there was no information to disprove that it was Lee Harvey Oswald acting alone in the shooting. If you're interested in reading the files, you can find them online at the National Archives website. Calls for Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to resign have increased following his bombing of Palestine last Tuesday. The attack terminated their ceasefire, which ended any hope of getting the hostages back and stopping the war. Thousands of Israelis showed up to the Parliament building in Jerusalem to protest their leader. They claim that Netanyahu is motivated only by political power rather than ending the war and getting the hostages back. Despite these pleas, it's not believed that he will concede power anytime soon. This past Tuesday, a special election was held right here in Lancaster County. The 36th state Senate seat was vacated by Ryan Ament, who recently resigned to work in Senator Dave McCormick's office. The three candidates on the ballot were Democrat James Malone, Republican Josh Parsons, and Zachary Moss from the Libertarian Party. Over 50,000 people showed up to the polls in an election where every vote truly mattered. It was ultimately Malone who was elected in a nail-biter, defeating his Republican adversary by a mere 482 votes and flipping the seat for the first time since 1978. He will be sworn in and begin work in the upcoming weeks.
Mariah Carey did not steal her song, All I Want for Christmas Is You. A federal judge in Los Angeles gave Carey and her co-defendant the victory last Wednesday in the copyright infringement suit filed against them. Songwriters Vince Vance and Troy Powers accused Carey of stealing the concept of their song by the same title, which came out 5 years earlier. After hearing both sides, the judge agreed that Carey and her co-writer used generic Christmas chimes in their songwriting and did not send the case to trial. Further, the judge stated that the plaintiff's case was frivolous and ordered them to pay part for the defense's legal fees. Drake Bell and Josh Peck of Nickelodeon's early 2000 hit show Drake and Josh reunited for the first time in almost 20 years. The two had a conversation on Peck's podcast, Good Guys, where they reflected on their experience as child actors. Bell opened up about abuse from a dialogue coach named Brian Peck, no relation to Josh Peck, who was arrested in 2003 following Bell's allegations. Drake, who played the character of the same name, told his former coworker that he was worried this would jeopardize their show, which was just beginning to air at that time. Josh Peck shared that he was not aware of the situation back when it had happened. The second part of Bell's and Peck's conversation on the podcast Good Guys dropped yesterday.
That's all for this week, Jays. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at ECTV40 for all the latest updates on our shows. I'm Ava Deeter.
And I'm Ella Kocher. Have a great week, and remember to
Take flight, Etown.